On Thursday, Newsweek published an article by Ryan Smith called Tucker Carlson's Tough Year Since Fox News Firing. In it, Smith marked the one-year anniversary of Tucker's forced departure from Fox News and detailed all the ways in which Carlson has begun to see his power and influence diminish since he started his own independent media platform, the Tucker Carlson Network. It explored the recent controversy surrounding Carlson's position on the war between Israel and Hamas. Carlson, a supposed conservative, has railed against U.S. financial and military support for Israel, bucking Republican orthodoxy. Tucker's anti-Israel views have earned a sharp rebuke from Jewish media personality Ben Shapiro, who is a prominent voice on the political right. Shapiro not only chastised Carlson on that issue, but also called him out for several conspiratorial statements Tucker recently made on the popular Joe Rogan Experience podcast on a wide range of issues from the history of human evolution to alien life and to 9/11.
He went from supposedly believing everything to believing the reverse of everything. Now, that is actually not critical thinking. That's actually not critical thinking. If what you said is, I took in everything too much, too easily without examining the evidence, and so now I'm going to take a stronger look at the evidence before I come to a conclusion, that would be critical thinking. But saying that the evidence that is presented to you is now of no consequence whatsoever, that no evidence provided is sufficient because the source cannot be trusted, that they are lying to you, that they're always lying to you, always, and that no counter evidence is necessary to support your new thesis because, again, they're lying to you and they've hidden all the evidence. We are now in the world of the unfalsifiable. Any evidence against your new thesis is discounted by the fact that it's coming from a source that lies to you. And no evidence for your thesis is available. Why? Because they hid it and they are lying to you. So then it comes down to, what is the thesis that Tucker is using? What is the narrative that Tucker is backing? Well, as he says, he is using the thesis that every single power that exists in the United States is lying to you about everything, down to the most basic morality of Americanism. Things like, was America right to involve itself in World War II? Was America right to drop a nuclear weapon on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in order to end the war? Now listen, as always, when Tucker talks, there's a grain of truth to much of what Tucker says. There's truth, a lot of truth, to the idea that a lot of our powerful institutions have been corrupted and that people inside those institutions have used that power in order to lie and change the narrative. But there is a difference, again, between healthy skepticism, a demand for evidence. That's what skepticism is. Right? Being critical, being a critical thinker is a demand for evidence. That is not the same thing as just asking questions. Just asking questions means the search for answers is totally worthless, and all the answers are deemed insufficient anyway.
Even Elon Musk, a close ally of Carlson who helped launch his return to media through his platform X, tweeted that he thought Carlson's views were irrational, among other critical tweets. As if that weren't enough, another policy battle covered in the Newsweek piece that Carlson has been rebuked on is his consistent opposition to Ukraine and its battle against Vladimir Putin and Russia. The Republican leader of the United States Senate, Mitch McConnell, criticized Carlson and mocked him after the Republican-controlled House, as well as many Republicans in the Senate, voted in favor of funding for Ukraine's military.
Sir, I think the demonization of Ukraine began by Tucker Carlson, who, in my opinion, ended up where he should have been all along, which is interviewing Vladimir Putin.
The Newsweek story ends with this. While the Carlson bashing could be seen as evidence that the right wing's golden boy is losing his luster, what it may truly represent is the fact that conservatives are no longer in lockstep on issues that would have united them in the past. Which is it? We can't really say for sure now, but it'll be very interesting to see how it all plays out.